So I went to go see the movie Unplanned, and let me tell you, it does not skimp on the details. Even going so far as to show you exactly what goes on behind the walls of Planned Parenthood clinics. Not only are all the details there, but besides that, it is just a really well done movie, no matter how you look at it. Oh, and one more thing. It's all based on a true story. Hey yo universe, I'm Aaron, and welcome to my review of the movie Unplanned, released on March 29th, 2019, which is still very recent for the current me. And my personal opinion of the movie is, well, in its simplest form, it's fantastically well done. Now, as a qualifier to that sentence, I'm not saying anything like, wow, the production quality of this movie rivals that of like Marvel and Disney and so on and so forth. Unplanned is by no means the be-all end-all of movies, but it is undeniably very good. Now, from this point forward, I'm going to be dropping some spoilers from the movie, but considering that the movie is inspired by fairly recent history, I don't think that there should be many problems there. The movie shows the key life events of Abby Johnson, an, as of now, former Planned Parenthood clinic director. It shows how she was brought into Planned Parenthood, her struggles with her family over her working there, her beginning to understand the ideals and foundation of Planned Parenthood, and eventually her decision to abandon Planned Parenthood and start fresh. Besides those key parts of the movie, we get a glimpse of just what grounds her in her belief of pro-choice ideals, all the way up to what shows her the other side of the spectrum's ideals, and why their foundation and their values are the undeniable truth. One of the things that I like about this movie is just how human it actually truly is. Some people have big aspirations to do good, to help others, to be kind, and to strive for what they believe. And I see a lot of that in Abby Johnson. She just wants to help people. And from her perspective, throughout the whole movie, she truly believes she is doing what's right. Now, the way the movie is framed shows her as being on the wrong side from day one. And through the lens of truth as well as my ideals, she is definitely on the wrong side. But what is interesting to me about this movie is not necessarily the characters or the events, but it's that there is just so much in the sense of things to unpack. Of course, on the surface, there is, of course, the main story. The journey of a woman trapped by an idea until having her eyes opened in a horrific way. But underneath that, there is simply the fact that she was trapped by lies dressed up as fanciful ideas and aspirations. It was framed as liberation, but was in fact nothing more than a trap. And that's true for thousands of women, not just those working at clinics, but the young girls trapped by a social construct, cornered and trapped into doing things that, if given their own unfluenced opinion, they would never ever do. There's also the story of the corporation, known as Planned Parenthood, and how far they will go to remain as an influencer of society. There are so many more things to unpack from what the movie shows, but we cannot forget that what we are seeing is based on something that truly happened. Abby Johnson is real and the movie is based on her life, and considering the movie and what happened in it is incredibly disturbing. It's not just disturbing because of what happened, but it's disturbing because of what happened and what is still happening. Now, I could go off on a very large tangent about the morality of abortion and so on, but this is a movie review. Anyway, this movie is more than just simply what it's about. There's also the filming of the movie, and for the most part, it is stunning. Throughout the whole movie, save for one thing at the very end, it is very well shot, and, well, it probably won't win any awards, because it's not a left ideology movie. I mean, because it's not incredible. But I do honestly think it's really good. Both the video and the audio are great. And the way they frame the movie and set up for things in the movie is fantastic. When I personally was watching the movie, I remember that I just felt kind of sad and unsettled. I couldn't help but be a little angry too. I realized that what I saw happening had really happened, and not only that, but that it was still happening nearly every minute of every day. Honestly, it was sickening. And not just that thousands of innocent babies were dying, but that women were not being given options. They were not receiving the help that they want or the support that they need. So if nothing else, if not a great movie, it's an eye-opening movie. A movie that just shows that there are injustices happening in this world today. Injustices like slavery for every woman pressured into an unchangeable choice. Injustices like the Holocaust for every child killed unjustly. And that was what I felt while watching that movie. So, what's my rating of Unplanned? Well, for my professional score, aka my based solely on the movie score, I give this a 7 out of 10. But for my personal score, which is how I personally liked the movie and how I felt about how well it did things, well, I'm gonna give that 5 Mr. Spickies out of 5. Just because it was that great. Well, hey, that's it for this review. If you liked it and never want to miss another video, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. That way you'll be notified whenever I make a new video. Thank you all so much for watching,